there, my name is Amber Horsley, and it's my distinct privilege to share how amazing our God is with you. So, I love reading different parenting books or listening to different parenting podcasts, like all the different ones with lots of biblical perspectives, things like that. And one of them that I really love right now is Charlotte Mason. And so there's lots of things that I've really just gleaned from her. But one of the things she was talking about in one of the books I've been reading recently is how we view our children and how that changes everything about them, and therefore how we parent them, and how also how we interact with them, how we speak to them also changes their responses. And so if we speak down to our children or if we speak up to them, how we communicate to them what our expectations are will change the responses. If we expect more of them, if we hold them to these higher standards, they will rise to meet them because they want to make us proud, You don't want to make it too high where they are bound to fail, and then at that point provoke them to anger, and so then therefore set this whole perpetual thing where now they're discouraged, they're disappointed, and then just this whole cascade. But if you know that, hey, I know they can do this independently, and I know they'll be able to handle that, then just give them some of these tasks, speak up to them, and see how they will flourish and blossom. And I know I do this a lot with my daughter. I try not to put too much pressure on her, but at the same time, help her to always remember and know the calling she's been to, and also just where she's been placed in her birth order, that her brother is always going to be watching her. And so that, yeah, I don't expect her to be perfect, but I'm always going to just help her to help to mold a character, but help her to remember brother's watching. And so what you're doing, he's going to do because he thinks you're pretty awesome. And it's just been really fun seeing that. Like even when he first started talking, I never told. So whenever my daughter's trying to get a hold of us, it's in her bedroom at night or things like that, it's mommy, I need you. And so, he was starting to talk a little bit, but just then out of the blue, as with most kids, it's just there's a bang and it's just word explosions. So he's saying a couple words and then, the next day it's just, I hear, Mama, I eat you. I was just like, what? I never told him to say that, but just how he is listening to her. He is listening to how he should communicate, what is expected. And so that's the big thing, is just keeping your kids to a higher standard, especially your olders, because all the other ones will follow suit. If you have an expectation set, and if you have all these things up here, if you do the hard work there, the other ones will see it and they'll start kind of guiding. And my older, definitely, she is a mini mom, and so sometimes she tries to help me out with some parenting, and so I have to remind her that she gets the best job of being a sister. It's not fun being the parent. It's not fun being the disciplinarian. She gets the better job of just being the sister and just being able to have fun and encourage, being the encourager, and leave the parenting and the discipling in that realm to me. But she can be an encourager. She can point him to God. She can point him how to act, but just make sure that she leaves the other parenting stuff to me. But that's the thing, is if, we lay the foundations, they're all watching. And also, how are we acting? They're all watching us too. So that's the thing, is we feed off of one another to make sure we're all iron sharpening iron. It's a hard calling, but good thing we know who can help us. And if we just ask him and we continue to pray and be in his word, he's faithful to help.